Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us for the August edition 2026, the Veterans Whiskey Club live stream. Thank you for being here. First, I hope everybody can hear me okay. Audio, video, make sure the checks are good in the house. It looks like everything's good, but I'll wait to hear feedback from any of you guys that'd like to give me some feedback. Give me some of that engagement. Give it to me. I want it all. But yeah, I'm Mark from Northwest Bourbon. I'm a combat engineer in the United States Army. I am in my 19th year of service. I'm in the reserves now, but I work full time for the Army as my regular job as well. So there you go. And I'm stationed at JBLM or Jablam, as we call it in the hood. But let's see who's in the house. Who is in the house? Oh my goodness, there's a bunch of people in the house. Look at this. Donner Pass Whiskey. Tim was first one to jump in the chat. Good to see you. James Morgan from across the pond. I don't know why I do that voice every time I say your name, James, but I do, and you have to put up with it. So there. Eric Gunderson is in the house. Good to see you, Eric. Starting the water timer. Yes, let's make sure that we are drinking more water than we are drinking whiskey. Thank you. Sorry, he said right here. Water timer ready to go. So every 10 minutes, we're going to yell out, drink water, like the drill sergeants used to do, and we'll drink water and stay hydrated together. It's going to be fun. Tonight, we're going to talk about things that happened that were significant in the month of August through military history. We're going to honor the fallen, talk about Medal of Honor recipients, and talk about current news, what's going on in the military today, and things of that nature. And so grab yourself a bottle of whiskey. Hopefully, you have some veteran-owned whiskey. And raise some glasses, have some good conversations, and come hang out. Dave R. is in the house. Thank you for serving. Thank you. Continue to serve. Yes, Dave. And if any of you guys know any veterans that are not doing anything better right now with their time, if they are drinking by themselves, or if they're just needing other people to hang out with and tell stories to, they don't even have to drink. They can just come hang out. Orlando's in the house. Good to see you, man. Glad you are here. Glad all of you are here. Neo is in the house. And there's Dave again. Neo. Good to see you. Everybody's here. We are going to try a whole bunch of new stuff tonight, too. We're going to test my skills. Raging Cajun is in the house. Uncle Larry's in the house. What's up, Brian? Good to see you. Corey is here. Good to see you. Hope that you are well, sir. Anybody in the chat that I missed before I move on? Rob, the shit show supervisor. What's up, Rob? Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Bourbon and Balls is here. What's up? What's up? West Virginia Bourbon Guy. What's up, Mike? Hey, thanks for doing a shout out earlier today. Mike was on his live stream and he gave this show a shout out, and I wanted to let you know I greatly appreciate it, sir. Appreciate you helping spread the word and encouraging others to come over and hang out. If you're up late, you may as well be up late with us. Dollar Bill is in the house. Barbecue Ed is in the house. What's up, Ed? Make sure I didn't miss anybody crazy. Dave, Rob, good. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Veterans Whiskey Club, what's up, Gerald? You can go into the video description right now and see Facebook groups, see Instagram page for Warriors and Whiskey. The Veterans Whiskey Club is a part of Warriors and Whiskey. And I have a fancy coin here to show you what I'm talking about. See, Warriors and Whiskey, celebrating freedom one sip at a time. Overall parent company to the Veterans Whiskey Club and the Veterans Cigar Club. And so if you know of any veterans that are not involved in that, and that's a heavy challenge coin. But if you guys know any veterans that are not a part of that group, they are a nationwide group that are in almost every major city. And there's usually somebody in that major city hosting a monthly in-person get-together. I do not host in-person get-togethers because I like to drink. And I do not drink and drive. And I do not want to encourage other people to drink and drive. And so I do my monthly get-togethers here online, safety of our own home, pants optional, no DD required, DUI Prevention Task Force, all that good stuff. Oh, I got stories. I know, Rogers Ranger. Get it. She's working on getting on Wi-Fi. Roger that, Ben. What's up, folks? What? A bullet on tap tonight. This is a badass channel. What up? What up, John? Good to see you. Dennis is in the house. What's up, Dennis? Glad you could be here. Dave Volsing's in the house. Oh, dude, all you guys are jumping in. Greatly appreciate you guys being here. Let's flex my skills real quick. We're gonna put a poll in the chat as per usual. We have the military poll. So any branch of service that you or your family was in, if there are multiple branches that you served in or your family served in, like you were in the Marines, but your brother was in the Navy, but your dad was in the Army, your grandpa was in the Air Force. Next month, vote for a different one. This month, just vote for one. And the reason why they are coupled together is because YouTube is a jerk. It only lets me put 4 options in the poll. And so there's more than 4 different branches, right? And I want to get other countries a chance to vote because there's a lot of people who tune in when I can talk. There's a lot of people that tune in from other countries. And so I wanted a spot where they can give a shout out to their country in wherever country they served in. So Army is with Coast Guard, Navy's with Marines, Air Force is with Space Force, because that's what makes sense. So that's why there's only 4 options. But vote in the poll. See what branch is representing the strongest tonight. You know what I'm saying? And towards the end of the night, I'm going to do a wheel of names. I'm going to do a raffle, and somebody who is watching live is going to get a sample of the veteran-owned whiskey of the month for the month of August. It's Tactical Spirits Board Shack Bourbon. And I got to work on putting up a banner. I've never put up a banner before. We're going to do that together. So let's do this one, add to the top. Veteran-owned whiskey of the month. Let's see how this looks. This will be the first time I'm trying this. So, Tactical Spirits. Board Shack Bourbon. All right, let's see. Let's see how that looks. Let's show it. Veteran-owned whiskey of the month, Tactical Spirits, Board Shack Bourbon. That's what I'm talking about. See, we figured it out together. We can learn together. We can grow together. So, yes, the veteran-owned whiskey of the month is the Board Shack Bourbon. This is from Tactical Spirits, Marine-owned. If you want to know more about Tactical Spirits, you can look in the video description. I already put their website on there. I already put their Instagram channel on there. And I also put a link to the interview. Because last month, Eric, the owner-operator Marine veteran that runs Tactical Spirits, he was on the show. Great interview. Had a great time chatting it up with him. And so if you want to learn more about them, then just click the link and watch it later. Not right now. Right now, we're doing the live Veterans Whiskey Club live stream. So we are going to pour some Board Shack Bourbon into the glass. 6-year-old MGP from a special barrel that they picked and are offering it to you for a good deal, good price, and very cool things they're doing down there. They're involved with a lot of charities, and they teach veterans how to surf down there in SoCal. They got a lot of great stuff going on. And so if you're not familiar with Tactical Spirits, then get familiar and drink water. Let's open it up. Pull up some more bar stools, because this is not a one-man show. You did not come to see me monologue. Veterans is all about the community. Just like the whiskey community, the veteran community is about the community, the camaraderie, the guys getting together, telling stories, bullshitting together, having a good time, drinking whiskey at the same time. Yes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put the link in the chat so anybody, lottie-dottie, anybody can jump on in and pull up a virtual bar stool. Like I said, pants optional, but no DD required because it's a DUI Prevention Task Force. Hopefully you guys got some veteran-owned whiskey you can pour with me. Veteran-owned whiskey of the month. And let's see if I'm going to be able to... Biscuits and whores. What's up, Shred? Good to see you, man. I need to try to pin that link to the top. So if you guys are not familiar... Hush your face. As the chat goes, the link to join will disappear, so I've got to pin it to the top real quick. That way people that join half an hour from now, they can just open the chat, click the link, and they'll jump right in with us. Like how Dennis just did. What's up, Dennis? Good to see you, my friend.
Cheers, bud.
Hope all is going well with you and yours.
Same with you. Everything's great.
Good? Good. DPW. Orlando's in the house.
Here's gents.
We are in Google Meets watching and enjoying some pours. Tell everybody to open their own tab so that it looks like more people are watching. Neo, what's up, man?
Cheers, Mark. Dennis. Orlando.
Ben from the north, raining down from sunny Canada.
Cheers, Neil.
Corey's here. Good to see you.
Cheers, Orlando.
Son and I are both Air Force. Roger that. Then click the Air Force link. See what the poll looks like. So far, it is a very close race in the poll. 32% Army Coast Guard, 27% Navy Marines, 27% Air Force Space Force, 14% other countries' military. See, that's what I'm talking about. You got to have representation. The other countries, I absolutely love you being here and I appreciate you guys voting in the poll. The poll is really close right now. The numbers are looking great, guys. Who else just jumped in? Ernest jumped in the back. What's up, Ernest?
Hey, what's going on?
What's crack-a-lackin'? Bourbon is in the house.
What's up, guys?
He's not surrounded by a wall of whiskey.
He must be on the road.
He is on the road again. Willie Nelson.
Yep.
Over there.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, boys.
Wood hat, red, white, and blue, 250th. Roger that. Sounds great. I still have yet to try wood hat. But a few of you guys were on when I had Tactical Spirits on. He sent me, you guys are going to love this. He sent me, the reason why I haven't sent your guys' flights out yet, I told you guys, all you guys that jumped on during that live stream interview, which if you haven't watched it, put it on your to-do list and watch it later. But he sent me shirts to send you guys. And so when I send you guys the flights,
Oh, nice.
when I send you guys the flights, you're going to get these shirts that I made.
Cool.
It's got the Army Surfer guy on the back.
Oh, nice.
And so he sent me a whole box of these to send to each one of you guys that came on the interview last month.
Hopefully he sent extra medium.
I think what he meant was manly sizes.
Cheers, man.
No, they're all extra large.
Cheers, Eric.
So.
Wow, this is quite the flattering camera angle I got going on here.
Hey.
Very nice.
Yep. So I figured out the banner, and I'm gonna see if I can do the same kind of thing, scrolling on the bottom for remembering the phone. And I have a top and a bottom banner going. Let's see. All right, so go around the room, talk about what you're drinking tonight while I try to get the bottom banner worked out. Dennis, you're up first.
OGD 114.
Oh, nice. What do you got, Orlando?
Soldier Valley.
Oh, sweet. Neo?
Woodford batch proof, 120, 122 proof for starters.
Nice.
Ernest, you're next.
First crack of Angels Envy Triple Oak.
Well, what's that sticker you got on there?
Oh,
45, 47. Roger that. All right, I think. Go ahead, Bourbon. Well, you just pulled out the. You just pulled out the 250.
Yeah. No, yeah, but I'm gonna go with Weldon Mills All Malt first.
Oh snaps! That looks like a belt buckle or something on the front.
Yeah, this is veteran owned.
Kinda like War Soldier.
I think I put you in touch with them.
Weldon Mills. Yeah, I think you sent me their. Was it their Instagram or their email?
No, they're my. I don't know what else you would call him. My cousin-in-law works for him, so I sent
Okay.
you his contact.
Sweet. What are you sipping on, Eric?
Yeah, the Wood Hat 250th.
250th. Nice.
Yep.
Very nice. Well, cheers. Thanks for you guys all being here, hanging out. Appreciate you guys.
Cheers, everyone. Mark, thank you for doing this, and thank you for your service.
Absolutely, my pleasure. My pleasure.
hey, Mark, I'm planning on getting out to Beehawk at the end of the month. So,
Oh, nice. Yeah, Brad Halling,
yes.
Delta Force. He was a Black Hawk gunner when the Mogadishu incident went on. And for those that don't know, he was in the Black Hawk that got hit, but was able to land back in their base, into their compound. So he didn't go down on the street, but he lost his leg in the process. But yeah, gorgeous bottles. They're beautiful looking bottles. I haven't got to try the whiskey yet. The anniversary of the Mogadishu event, I hit him up on Instagram and asked him if I could use the video that Black Rifle Coffee put up of him and his kind of backstory with his whiskey. And he was like, yeah, go ahead, dude. That's freaking awesome. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you're welcome to come on the show. But yeah, I got his blessing to play his video that year.
Apparently, he opened this distillery with his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Who is also a veteran.
That's awesome.
Where's the distillery at, Mark?
It's in Carolina.
Southern Pines.
Southern Pines. Yeah, that's
You
it.
got to draw out pines.
Pines.
Southern Pines.
So this is the 40th episode of the Veterans Whiskey Club live stream. 40th. Number 40. And let's see. We're going to move on from the Veteran Whiskey of the Month to honoring the fallen. Matthew Swanson, told you guys about him. He was gunning the truck when it lost its air brakes, rolled down the mountain, and crushed his head. And that incident happened towards the end of July, but his family decided to pull the plug towards the beginning of August. And so when he passed away was technically August because he was still on life support up until then. Let's see. Bentley Freeman. Bentley Freeman was a medic of mine when I was in Triple Nickel. He was a good kid, loved his cars, and he loved putting all of his money and effort into his car, and he died when he crashed it. Back here in the States, like after we got back from Afghanistan. So let me put their names in the on the banner I got going on here. Specialist Swanson, Sergeant Bentley. I got a picture of him right here, so I was reading his name tape to make sure I spelled his name right. For those of you guys that don't know, on the wall in front of me, I've got like a collage of all the service members that I worked with that are no longer with us, and so they're right there drinking with me every night. All right. So Orlando sent me an email. Right. Let's see. Let me pull it up real quick, and then have you say a thing or two. All right, your great uncle, your mom's uncle, Sergeant Ramirez, World War II tank commander. Awesome. Orlando, is there anything that you would like to share about Sergeant Ramirez, your great uncle?
He took a direct hit and they got blown up. He was KIA.
Oh, wow. Crazy. Anybody else on the panel or anybody in chat, just give me a name and I'll throw the name up on the banner. And so while we're talking, anybody in chat, feel free to go ahead and throw up a name. Ben, you in the front.
Yes. So I've got two, one that's close to me and one that's going to be real difficult. I kind of gave you some on it earlier today.
Yeah.
Guess I should start with my patriarch, my grandfather, Arnold Golden, U.S. Marine Corps, World War II. Talked about him plenty and his brother on these veteran live streams, but it's his birthday in August.
Golden.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then this next one's going to be a little tough because he fell today. I got some pictures if I could show them.
I'd love to see it.
All right, let me share. So this is my friend Fred's son, Daniel Austin. He fell 1 a.m. this morning at 23 years old in a solo motorcycle accident. Still ongoing investigation. We know very little at this point. 23 years old, was, let's see if the share works.
Oh, yep. Hold on.
Was JROTC Navy. Then he graduated and enlisted as a machinist mate, firefighter, and served mostly at the submarine base in New London, Groton, and was a submariner. 2021 he enlisted.
Groton.
Getting through school. Yep. And, as he progressed through the years,
wow,
he became a machinist.
He's growing up, yeah.
Yeah. There's the whites.
Yep.
And, 1 a.m. last night, apparently he'd been out with some friends, and he was headed home, and his friends were driving home, apparently, and found him on the road.
Wow.
They don't really, at this point, don't know what happened. U.S. Navy. I was literally at the hospital when he was born.
Wow.
He was an Eagle Scout before he graduated high school. I was at his Eagle Scout ceremony. And then today I got this phone call.
Man.
So sorry to take a little time up, but
no, you're good, man. Yeah. You're good. And you said he was one of 3 triplets, right?
Yes, he has 2 brothers,
Oh, wow.
Matthew and James. They were triplets, natural triplets, actually. And he did a lot to help a lot of people, and he would do a lot of rescue stuff, and I'm still processing it. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
How's his parents doing, Ben?
Train wreck?
Yeah, I imagine.
And I'm not home. I'm probably
Give us a
gonna.
hand.
We're heading home tomorrow. I'll probably go over there tomorrow evening. You know, we've kind of not hung out a lot over the years. You know, life happens, time happens, but
That's too bad. Poor young guy.
I feel for you and yours, Ben.
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
More pray for the Austin family, please. If you pray to give them some solace
Absolutely.
and ease their
100%.
pain.
Yeah. So, yeah, for his family, tough news today. Yeah.
Today.
Oh, gee. Where are you at, Ben? What state are you in?
Connecticut.
Oh,
Not that far from home, just far enough. About 4
Yeah.
hours from home.
oh, gee.
Too far in this time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, but I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I can do for them, but I'll be there.
That's all
Yeah.
that matters.
Absolutely.
One.
Does anybody else on the panel or in the chat, if you have anybody that passed away during the month of August, please shout them out so we can put them up on the board, on the banner. And I'm going to start getting my shot ready.
I don't, but the bottom bourbon the bottom banner that you were working on is not scrolling.
Right, because I'm still writing.
Okay, gotcha.
I see the banner on the top of the screen.
Oh, I can edit it from here. Okay.
Mark, are you doing the usual horse soldier?
I sure am.
Good deal. I poured one up to go with you.
Got my black bag of horse soldier every time that I pour a shot to the fallen. Well, I only drink out of this bottle when I'm pouring a shot to the fallen.
Poured a little heavier tonight. Lord knows I am.
Understandable. Way too
So
long.
okay, I've got a top banner and a bottom banner going. Man, this is crazy. Crazy. Wonder if there's a way I can change the colors of them and stuff.
Also, I like to say, remember, Joe's daughter's over there in harm's way too. We shouldn't forget.
Yep.
Thinking about her. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll give her a shout out when we're talking about the what's going on currently. Let's see here. Paris thoughts, yeah, absolutely. Whiskey Joker going up. The like button is free. It is. Late want to say, hey, been a long day. Headed to bed. Roger that, Sean. Get some sleep, buddy. But if anybody else in the chat or on the panel has anybody that they want to put on the board for honoring the fallen, I'll give you another minute. Check on the poll while you guys are thinking about that, or somebody's put. Whoa! Navy and Marines jumped ahead. Navy and Marines are in the lead with 37%. Army, Coast Guard is close behind them at 30%. Air Force, Space Force falling behind at 22%, and other countries' military is at 11% now. Appreciate you guys voting, guys. That's awesome. To the fallen. Heraclitus. What's up, Joe? Good to see you, buddy.
Cheers, Joe.
good
Cheers,
Joe.
Joe.
I feel we need to follow up on that. Well, I don't see anything else coming up on the chat. So if you guys on the panel don't have anything else, then I will go ahead and start raising the glass. I was trying to move this so it wasn't completely covering up Eric there.
No, you're not missing
You
anything.
could put me down there. I'm much uglier than that.
You guys both offering to take one for the team.
I'm good.
Speaking of taking one for the team, we're gonna raise a glass to all those that are no longer with us, those that went ahead and have fallen. As long as we keep saying your name and telling your stories, you are never truly gone. Lest we forget until Valhalla. Cheers.
And the memories will be for a blessing.
Thank you guys all for joining on that. And Ben, thank you for having that ready to share the pictures that really gave life to the story and really made us all feel what's going on with you and with their family. That's absolutely crazy.
Thanks for giving me the moment. I don't know what else to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do for them.
Yeah.
But I can show them this, you know?
Absolutely.
I don't know if now's the appropriate time, but, you know.
Yeah.
Down the line.
Yeah. Accidents
Sometimes all it takes is just being there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just knowing you're there and you care. I mean, that's all you can do right now. They're still heavily processing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the fallen that I shared with you guys today died in a motor vehicle accident, and two other soldiers that I went to Afghanistan with both died in motorcycle accidents after we got back from Afghanistan. You know, back in here, the land of the free, where they felt safe and comfortable. The roads are no joke. A lot of us get complacent, and there's just other people that aren't watching out and not responsible. Or there's drunk drivers, like I said before multiple times. That's why I do my monthly meetups here in this virtual space, as opposed to a lot of, and there I'm not saying anything negative against the people that have their monthly get-togethers in person, because we should be doing more in person. The older generations of World War II vets and Korean War vets and stuff, they had their American Legions and their VFWs and stuff. And my GWAT, the Global War on Terrorism, my generation doesn't go do those kind of things. And so we're missing that camaraderie part of it. But I'm just not having my meetups in person because I don't want anybody drinking and driving, especially for something that I'm hosting. I don't want that. Not at all.
Drink water, everyone.
No, we're drinking water.
Thanks, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness. Time for water. Appreciate you. Appreciate you doing that for us. I am going to have to take that banner down so we can look at videos and stuff, though. Okay. So we're going to move on to, this is the magical month of August. Anything ringing out special to you guys about the month of August?
My older son will have his 36th birthday this month.
Oh, wow. Okay. 36th birthday for you.
Yeah, 36.
Makes you sound old.
Yeah, it does make me feel old.
So I just went to GTS, Googled that shit. Military history in the month of August. So the founding of the U.S. Coast Guard, the creation of the Purple Heart, major World War II turning points like Guadalcanal and VJ Day. Started from the top. The founding of the U.S. Coast Guard. So I don't know if you guys knew that, but the Coast Guard was founded in the month of August. And I found a super fun high-speed. You've never seen a more high-speed Coast Guard video than this, I tell you what. hold on to your pants because you're about to get excited and get a sticky leg over there.
The Coast Guard enforces federal laws at sea, combating drug trafficking, illegal immigration, and violations of fisheries on the U.S. waters and beyond.
We respond to emergencies at sea, rescuing mariners, aiding vessels, and providing disaster relief during times of crisis. Prevention is a top priority. We ensure safety and environmental standards, inspect vessels, and manage ACE navigation to prevent accidents and environmental disasters.
We also have a crucial role in managing the marine transportation system by facilitating the safe and efficient movement of goods and people, supporting our nation's economy.
The Coast Guard safeguards critical infrastructure, ports and vessels from security threats, enhancing national security.
The Coast Guard is deployed around the globe in support of combatant commanders to protect the security of our nation far from U.S. soil.
For 233 years, your United States Coast Guard has protected America from threats delivered by the sea, has protected those on the sea, and protected the sea itself. Your Coast Guard ensures America's maritime safety, security, and economic prosperity.
All right, so the birthday of the Coast
Their
Guard.
rescue swimmers are no joke, though. Those guys are
Oh, I bet.
incredible.
I don't think the Coast Guard gets enough props for what they do for us.
Yeah, my old man was in the Coast Guard.
Who remembers the movie called The Guardian with Coast Guard, Ashton Kutcher, and Kevin Costner? Yes, definitely remember that movie.
Was that when it was founded, Neo?
One of the only watchable Coast Guard movies was The Guardian. Yes.
There was other Coast Guard movies?
Exactly, sir. But yeah, that video was super high speed, and the videos are starting to get to the point to where it's getting harder to tell the difference between the AI parts and the actual real parts.
It depends if the people on it blink or not.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's not the right screen.
That one looked legit.
Military history in the month of August. What's next? The creation of the Purple Heart. And so August 7th is Purple Heart Day. For those that you know, that it was originated by George Washington. That is why on the Purple Heart is a picture of George Washington.
Yep.
Let's hide you and share the other screen.
The Purple Heart Military Decoration has been awarded to service members for being wounded or killed in any action against an enemy of the United States or as a result of an act of any such enemy or opposing forces. The forerunner of the Purple Heart, the Badge of Military Merit, was established by George Washington in 1782. The combined history of these two awards makes the Purple Heart the oldest military award still presented to U.S. service members. The U.S. designates August 7th every year as National Purple Heart Day to remind Americans that more than 1.8 million of our service members have been killed or wounded in combat on behalf of the United States. The National Museum of Military Vehicles is a Purple Heart museum. We will fly the Purple Heart flag and all of our flags at half staff on August 7th. Please remember to fly your flag on August 7th to honor our Purple Heart recipients and to show Gold Star families we remember their loss.
So yeah,
when did it actually become known as the Purple Heart?
Good question. Hold on.
Or they decided to call it?
Well, they said that it was originally called the Merit Badge, but it was in the shape of a Purple Heart. Then it became the Purple Heart, but it did not say in that video, good call out, that it did not say when that transition happened. If one of you guys can look that up, verbal high five to the person that finds it first.
Go, Eric.
I'm working on it.
Let's see. Oh, I was gonna show you guys something. Oh, let me see. Do I have that picture here? Here. Ooh. Oh, I don't think I have that picture. I was looking for a picture of my vehicle. The first time I got blown up was on August 18th. August 18th, 2009 was the first time I got blown up. And I got put in for a Purple Heart. But apparently the commander had received a whole stack of Purple Heart paperwork from my platoon and our sister platoon. And he received a whole bunch of them on the same day. And he just took the stack and said, if they're not seriously injured, I'm not just approving every Purple Heart that comes across my desk. And during that deployment, it's the only time that I know of that he did that, because there was a lot of action that week. Because if you guys don't know, in Afghanistan, August 19th is Ramadan, and so they got to get all the fighting out of the way. August 18th was the first time I got blown up, jacked up my arm. I couldn't go on mission for 2 weeks after that. And my interpreter in the back of the truck had the 50 cal ammo can drop on his foot and shatter like every bone in his foot. The gunner got knocked around. He was not happy. My guy in the back of the truck, my dismount, had just stuff knocked around. He was bleeding because something hit him in his mouth. The driver was pretty good. He was fine. He got to go on mission the next day. Lucky bastard. But all of us that got put in that day for a Purple Heart, it got denied.
All right, Marcus. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm still kind of hurt about that, but I'm looking for the picture. But that happened on August 18th. So it's just a coincidence that happened the same day as, in the same month as Purple Heart Day, because the National Purple Heart Day is, what they say, August 7th?
Yeah, August 7th.
Yeah.
All right, this says the Purple Heart designation changed in 1932, and it says also in 1942, shifting from a general merit award to a dedicated medal strictly for combat wounds.
Okay.
And it says in 1942, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed an executive order on December 3rd, 1942, officially discontinuing the merits criteria, moving service recognition. Anyway, it's when it became solely for military members wounded or killed in action.
Yeah. And it doesn't say why purple was chosen for that color.
No, it doesn't mention that color.
It's just, from what I got of the video, is that when George Washington had the merit badge for getting injured, the heart was purple, and so I think it just transitioned over, like in reference to blah blah blah. May 28th, it was awarded to World War I. Why is Army and Coast Guard in the same category? You know what, Rogers Ranger, I'm pretty sure you asked the same question last month. And I talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the video. But so YouTube is YouTube. YouTube will YouTube you anytime YouTube can YouTube you. They only give you 4 options in the poll. I can only have 4 options. They do not give any more than 4. And so to have all branches represented, including other countries' military, I've got to summarize it by putting Navy with Marines, because that makes sense. Air Force and Space Force, that makes sense. Other countries' military. So the last 2, Army, Coast Guard, those 2 went together. That because I can only do 4.
Hey, Mark, if I can add one more thing.
Go ahead, Eric.
It said the color purple was originally chosen by George Washington in 1782 for the badge of military merit because it symbolized courage. And when the medal was redesigned in 1932, the hue was kept to honor his memory and his historical choice. So that's why purple.
Gotcha.
Well, purple's also always been like a historically, I mean, through thousands of years,
royalty.
Royalty.
Yeah. And so George Washington having it be a badge of merit to someone who was injured fighting the enemy, it makes sense that he would purple royal merit, like you were above and beyond, good sir. Yeah.
So that means people of royal persuasion, they couldn't keep their ass down.
Not to mention putting Army and Marines together would make 0 sense.
No, that's true. Well, it's the way that made the most sense to me. Having Navy with Marines, because they're together. Air
It's
Force,
obvious.
the Space Force came from a department of the Air Force. Anyways, moving on to the next significant thing in the month of August. Did you guys know August is National Airborne Day, August 16th? Does anybody have any cool airborne stories? Anyone? Bueller?
No, I tried to keep from jumping out of
I got nothing.
planes.
You need Jerry. We need Jerry Black here for this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would love Jerry Black to throw in his 2 cents, but I've got 2 cents on a super cool airborne video. I tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
Airborne.
You're muted.
That was the most over the top airborne commercial I've ever seen.
I thought he was going to show a clip from Band of Brothers.
Oh, I love Band of Brothers. I think that's magnificently done. And one of the parts of that video that I got to give it crap is that half of that video was just guys walking around with night vision goggles. And I'm like, that's not airborne. That's walking around with night vision goggles, like drinking water.
Show the history of airborne.
Yeah.
So you're trying to advertise airborne. Wings are earned. Right. So airborne wings. Do you guys know about getting your airborne wings? Hal Moore was the epitome of airborne. Yes. Hal Moore was Vietnam, right? So the 82nd and the 101st in World War II, amazing airborne.
101st. That was Dick Winters.
Yeah.
His.
But Hal Moore, they were the ones that transitioned that into the air cav. The cavalry moving with helicopters as opposed to horseback and whatnot. Amazing.
When we started repelling out helicopters.
Free in Vietnam, yeah. Drinking water. High cinnamon. I don't know what cinnamon.
That's DeLand's lady.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, very air assault. Fast roping out of a helicopter is way more air assault than airborne. Airborne is jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. And from what I know, just with the Army community, guys that are actually in airborne units, that do lots of annual training with jumping out of perfectly good airplanes, when they see somebody with the wings, but they're not in an airborne unit, they'll usually call them a 5-jump chump, because you have to do 5 jumps to get your wings. And so if you don't do any more jumps, because you're not in an airborne unit, you don't do any more jumps. So you do your 5 jumps, you get your wings, and then you stop jumping out of airplanes because they're fine.
I don't think they should give wings for training jumps.
They call in the Army, they call them 5-jump chumps.
Mm-hmm.
True story. If you didn't know, now you know. Now you can go to bed knowing that you learned something new. I tell you what, it's a good day. All right, let's jump back to what else happened in the military history. August, Operation Tidal Wave. I'm not tracking anything on Operation Tidal Wave.
Was that when I jumped off the diving board the first time?
But
that's possible.
1943, Operation Tidal Wave, a costly and massive low-level air raid on an oil refineries in Romania. Are you guys tracking this? This is definitely in the World War II era. And
German controlled. That was a resource for the Germans for their oil.
Right. And so, from what I'm tracking,
there was a lot of fighting for resources in that region that don't get a whole lot of recognition.
Right. It doesn't get any recognition. Not many people know very much about it. Ernest, I'm glad that you know something about it.
Yeah, I never heard about it.
I can tell you of a Medal of Honor recipient from that event.
I bet you can.
As the lead aircraft in their group during the daring low-level attack on enemy oil refineries and installations in Ploiești, Romania, during Operation Tidal Wave. Though Major Jerstad had already completed his required missions and was no longer assigned to the group, his strong sense of duty led him to volunteer for this high-risk operation, believing his leadership would be vital to the mission's success. As they approached the target, Major Jerstad and the bomber's pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Addison Baker, pressed on despite relentless enemy fire from anti-aircraft guns. 3 miles from their objective, Hell's Wench was hit, severely damaged, and engulfed in flames. Despite having the option to attempt a forced landing, they refused to break formation, determined to complete their bombing run. With their aircraft in flames, they successfully released their payload over the target. Moments later, the fire became uncontrollable and Hell's Wench crashed into the target area. For their extraordinary leadership and bravery, Lieutenant Colonel Addison Baker and Major John Jerstad were posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor. Referred to as Black Sunday, 5 men were awarded the Medal of Honor, and 56 others were awarded the Distinguished Service Cross for their actions that day.
Sounds like their leaders didn't not want to do paperwork.
I gotta pour a little bit more of this before I get into that. Does anybody else want to share something that they saw in the video, something the video made them feel? It looks like a Finnish sniper on meth. That's very descriptive, very specific. I like it. Marvin is saying happy Saturday. What's up, Marvin? It's good to see you, my friend. It's been a while since we've drank some whiskey together, Marvin. I'm glad you're here. Does anybody on the panel have anything that they want to throw in on Operation Tidal Wave before I say my piece on it? All right, I'll take that as a no.
Why do the people that are in the chain of command lower than those that made the decision that got the higher medals get the lower medals? don't they deserve as much?
Why do the people in the chain of command that are higher up than the people that got the medals?
Yeah, like with that video you just saw, the two pilots that decided to do that,
yeah,
got higher ranking medals than those that were under them got lower ranking medals. Why is that a thing?
I think in that instance specifically, they were the pilots. The other people were just crew members, I'm assuming. And so the pilot, that's one part of the video that I was going to hit on after anybody else shared. So thank you for bringing that up, Dennis. You just segued right into my main point, is that on that video, they did not emphasize the fact that after they were shot and their plane was on fire, they continued to drive on instead of going and saying, "Oh, I'm injured. I need a timeout so I can get a Band-Aid." Like, my plane's on fire, but they kept going forward and dropped their payload on their targets. And then when the fire became so engulfing, they knew they weren't going to make it out of it. They dive bombed and like kamikaze crashed onto a target. And so they struck the target with themselves, which is why they earned the Medal of Honor, is because they died taking out a target after they already took out targets when anybody else could have reasonably said, yeah, it's understandable why you turned around and limped back home because your plane was on fire. And so you landed it safely to save your crew, right? And so the people that were awarded the Medal of Honor, I'm assuming, were the pilot and co-pilot, because they said, didn't they say there was 5 of them from that mission?
Mm-hmm.
There was 5 from the mission that was awarded the Medal of Honor.
Maybe the entire crew.
Yeah, so I'm assuming.
I misheard. I misheard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Northwest Spokane. Yeah, dude. Spokane is they got some characters. It's an E4 Mafia question. Yep. Bronze Star versus the Silver Star. I have only met one person in my 19 years in the Army. I've only met one guy. His name was Sergeant Inch, INCH. Sergeant Inch was awarded a Silver Star. I know a lot of people that have Bronze Stars. I know a few people that have Bronze Stars of Valor. I got to serve with a guy that has a Medal of Honor that's no longer with us because of the thing. I only know one guy with a Silver Star. And he was the one who told me anytime you meet somebody that has a Bronze Star with Valor or higher, it just means they had a really bad day and they probably lost a lot of friends. And so it's not something they're going to want to talk about on a daily basis. He was the one that told me that. It means they had a bad day and probably lost a lot of friends. He
Absolutely.
The only Silver Star recipient I ever talked to.
I have an uncle who was awarded a Silver Star back in Vietnam.
Really?
He was in the Air Force.
Do you know what he was
Silver
awarded
Star.
a Silver Star for?
I will look into that because my cousin, his son, has all the paperwork.
Okay.
But I know something happened because when that was awarded to him, whatever caused him, whatever that he received that, he got his leg tore up pretty bad, and he was like in a cast, and they stuck him in like a radar room during that time.
That sounds terrible.
I don't know exactly what it was, but like I said, I'll get with my cousin. He's got the paperwork on it.
Yeah, if you're able to get him to send you a picture or a scan of the citation, I would love for the month that it's applicable to read it, or we can share it on screen. That'd be really cool, dude.
I'll work on that one. Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. My cousin got it in Afghanistan. Oh, wow.
Silver Star?
You might have the citation. Is that what you're saying? That would be really cool. Email it to me at northwestbourbon@gmail.com. Northwestbourbon@gmail. All one word, no periods or nothing. That'd be really freaking cool. I would have a good time. I'll ask if I can share it. Yes, sir. That'd be freaking awesome. So, what's the next significant military event in the month of August? The Battle of Guadalcanal. First major U.S. offensive in the Pacific. I was going to ask if anybody can tell me anything about Guadalcanal, but it says it right there. First major U.S. offensive.
That was a big one.
That was a big one. And I'm sure you guys can probably already guess. But I found a short and sweet. It's 90 seconds, so nobody fall asleep or tune out. Just grab a glass of whiskey. It's only 90 seconds long to get a briefing on the Guadalcanal.
The Battle of Guadalcanal, lasting from August 7th, 1942 to February 9th, 1943, was a pivotal campaign in the Pacific theater of World War II, marking the first major Allied offensive against the Empire of Japan. Located in the Solomon Islands, Guadalcanal was strategically significant due to its airfield, later named Henderson Field, which both sides saw as key to controlling the region. The battle began with an amphibious landing by U.S. Marines, catching the Japanese off guard. Initial resistance was light, but Japan quickly launched fierce counterattacks by land, sea, and air. The naval battles of Savo Island, Cape Esperance, and the naval battle of Guadalcanal were among the most intense engagements, with heavy losses on both sides. On land, American forces endured relentless attacks from Japanese troops, many of whom refused to surrender. Control of Henderson Field allowed U.S. aircraft to dominate the skies, gradually weakening Japanese reinforcements. By early 1943, the Japanese, suffering severe losses and supply shortages, evacuated the island. The Allied victory at Guadalcanal halted Japanese expansion in the Pacific and shifted the momentum in favor of the United States. It was a brutal, months-long struggle that underscored the grueling nature of island warfare in the Pacific.
Yep, the Marines did a great job. The Marines tore up Guadalcanal. Absolutely awesome. I heard the water timer. Thank you, Eric, for keeping that going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was huge to be able to have that airfield.
Oh, yeah, big
Very
time.
strategic.
Hold on. His granddad's best friend, Jimi Hendrix, was there, and I have his machete. So, yeah, fun fact. It is the month of National Airborne Day. Jimi Hendrix was in the Army in an airborne unit.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun fact right there.
He was.
Time for water. Appreciate you on that. Oh, the AI voice. Yeah, dude, the AI voices freaking kill me. Fuck it. Let's go, Airborne. Let's just all jump out of place. Independent Joe. One of my favorite Marines of all Marines. Independent Joe. Please feel free, anybody, to drop links to other channels. A rising tide raises all ships. Feel free to share any links to any other channels of like-minded individuals that share our love for veterans and whiskey and veteran-owned whiskey and things of that nature.
Cheers, Joe.
Good to see you, Joe. Guadalcanal took the focus away from the Japanese plans to invade Australia.
I was saying it was very strategic. That airfield.
Yeah, the only
really
thing I was thinking is my grandfather, who was on the Honor of the Fallen tonight. He had other names for them, other than the Japanese.
Yes, accurate.
Bet he did.
Hey, I gotta honor him. You know, he would have let him. He would have let it fly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my grandfather, who died a year ago, last July. Yeah, he had several names for him.
My granddad.
He died at 100 years old.
Wow.
His name was Simon Gallic, and he ended up with General Patton in town of Pilsen, Czechoslovakia.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Yeah. And he came back from United States in 1948, and they put him straight into the jail because he was a, what do you call it, a collaborator with United States.
Right, right.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. I think back then they called them sympathizers, right?
No, not he. I mentioned earlier he emigrated from first when Galicia turned into like Austria, Czechoslovakia, Poland, and he emigrated right before the Great Depression, and he came back.
Partisans.
It's difficult.
No, I hear you. All right, from World War II, we're going to move on to a Marine veteran in Vietnam, which you guys have probably not heard his story. So give me 3 minutes of your time. Grab a glass of whiskey, take off your boots, take off your pants, put your feet up. Wait, what? What did I say?
Jose Francisco Jimenez from Eloy, Arizona, joined the U.S. Marines in 1968. In the same week he graduated from high school, Jose Jojo Jimenez left for Marine boot camp. Completing his training at Camp Pendleton, Private Jimenez was ordered to Vietnam in February 1969, where he was assigned as a fire team leader with the 3rd Battalion, 7th Marines. Private Jimenez's first action was during a 3-month operation carried out by U.S. Marines and ARVN forces in a clear and search operation, part of the Tet counteroffensive campaign in the hills southwest of Da Nang. From March until June 1969, Allied forces engaged the enemy in a series of pitched battles supported by artillery, tanks, and air support to clear the jungle of North Vietnamese forces and disrupt communications. Showing leadership skills during his first 4 months in the field, Private Jimenez was promoted to corporal in June 1969. On August 28, 1969, during search and destroy operations south of Da Nang, Corporal Jimenez and his fire team left from a helicopter directly into a hot landing zone. Coming under heavy fire by NVA regulars entrenched in the tree line surrounding the landing area. With no place to take cover, the fire team took immediate casualties. Corporal Jimenez hit the ground running, taking the attack directly to the North Vietnamese troops, killing many and taking over an anti-aircraft gun single-handedly. To protect the wounded troops still pinned down in the landing zone, he moved to clear more NVA troops from the tree line. During the heavy fighting, while protecting the wounded and defending his fellow Marines, Corporal Jimenez was tragically cut down by enemy machine gun fire and killed in action. His actions that day inspired his men to push forward, driving North Vietnamese forces from the field, saving the lives of many brave Marines. Corporal Jose Francisco Jimenez, for his courageous actions in selflessly sacrificing himself for his comrades and country, was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor.
He took over an anti-aircraft position by himself, and then from that position went and killed a bunch of other guys coming up. The dude. Stud. Anybody else have anything they took away from that video? Anything that reminded of them or made them feel or think of?
Well, my neighbor's got 3 Purple Hearts from Vietnam.
Oh, yeah.
Great guy. Mike Canfield.
That's funny. My neighbor across the street is a Vietnam veteran also. It's crazy.
My father,
Mark,
my
is this the neighbor that goes out and sits in his car at night
are all
sometimes?
Vietnam veterans.
What, Orlando?
No, he was asking if he was the one that goes out there and sits out in his car all night. And yeah, Same dude. He gets away from his wife and goes and sits and smokes cigarettes in his car all night.
I always ask, with the human sacrification of American men, what did we achieve?
Achieve where?
In Vietnam.
Nothing.
No. Yeah.
A lot of dead and a lot of physically injured.
Think about it. Those
and a lot of
those
mentally injured.
Had at least 40,000 families with 2 or 3 children. Those 2 or 3 children could pay taxes to American government. What did we achieve? We didn't fucking achieve none.
Yep.
There's been we've had a string of very few achievements since World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on a hot streak here. Yeah, it's gruff as fuck. Yeah. Have you ever watched the video of "To Roland the Thompson Gunner" by Warren? I don't think I've seen that video.
Warren Zevon.
I do not believe I have seen that video.
Roland the Thompson Gunner? Are you talking about using a Thompson?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I know in World War II they had those sweet, slick, like steel and black Thompsons for the airborne guys.
Yeah, the Tommy guns.
Yeah, the Tommy guns, but not the wood-handled round drum ones. They were like slick and flat with the magazines.
Yeah.
The stick magazines, yes.
Yeah.
I got to fire those. We had one at the PD I worked at, and we'd take it out during qualifications and have fun with it.
Nice. All right, I've got 2 more Medal of Honor recipients from the month of August. Let's check the poll before we get into those. 30% Army, Coast Guard, 33% Navy, Marines. Really close race between those. Air Force, Space Force, 21%. Other countries, military at 15%. I greatly appreciate all you guys voting in that poll. If you guys haven't voted yet, vote in the poll. We're going to see who represents the strongest tonight on which branch is showing up in force.
Michael was a very active boy. He loved to be outside. He wasn't attached to any television shows or games in the house. He had to be outside, running around, climbing, riding his bike.
He started going into the attic and take my jungle fatigues and take the top shirt, roll up the sleeves, and go out into the garage. And he would take one of the folding chairs that had a strap on it, and he would sling that over his shoulder like it was an M16.
Right. It's so sad when they have the parents
I'm
talk
going
about
into the Army.
stuff when they were kids.
As a Manhattan native, Staff Sergeant Ollis was affected firsthand by the September 11th attacks. He became involved in ROTC and took immense pride in raising the colors every single day. He excelled as a soldier, sought out Ranger School, and thrived as a generous leader who those around him loved.
Warrior ethos. For people that don't understand what that is, all they need to do is take a look at the citations of heroes like Staff Sergeant Ollis.
Michael was the most patriotic person. He loved his country. He loved the Army.
Michael enlisted in the Army, and by 24 years old, he was locked in. He loved it. He wanted it so badly. He was a squad leader serving in Afghanistan with the 2nd Battalion, 22nd Infantry Regiment, 1st Brigade Combat Team of the legendary 10th Mountain Division.
About a month before he died, he called me and he said, Pop, I just re-enlisted for 6 more years. And I asked him, are you happy? And he said, Pop, I am gonna give as long as I'm healthy.
Staff Sergeant Michael Allis and some of his squad mates were enjoying a bit of downtime on Forward Operating Base Ghazni when an explosion rocked the base. Staff Sergeant Allis directed his men to a bunker, then picked up his rifle and ran towards the attack. As he ran, Staff Sergeant Allis linked up with a Polish officer, 2nd Lieutenant Karol Czerpica. At the airfield, the two found a Special Forces element engaged in a fight with multiple insurgents. Lieutenant Czerpica, Staff Sergeant Allis, and SF Master Sergeant Earl Plumley darted through shipping containers to engage the enemy fighters. Lieutenant Czerpica was hit in the leg. Suddenly, a man wearing a suicide vest came around the corner within 15 feet of the men. Without pausing, Staff Sergeant Allis stepped between the attacker and the wounded lieutenant. He quickly shot the bomber, but the vest detonated. Staff Sergeant Allis died in the blast, but made sure his body shielded 2nd Lieutenant Czerpica from further injury.
Today, my commitment and my greatest gift is to cultivate the memory of true, heroic act of courage that I witnessed performed by your beloved son, Michael. Michael, thank you for your service, and I will see you in our heavenly homeland.
Czerpica remembers seeing Staff Sergeant Allis smile, fearless and full of energy. He felt invigorated. He was not alone. His actions not only saved his teammate, but helped stymie an attack that could have killed many, many more that day.
Number 1, a good person. Number 2, a good soldier. That's what I want them to remember.
It's a bittersweet moment. Of course, we miss our son so much. We're just so proud of him for his valor, for his heroism, for his love of his fellow man, and we just have so much pride.
Hold on. Where's this guy?
I witnessed.
This is the part of the video that killed me when we just watched it together, and I want to give you guys a second, but this guy would not be here. He would be dead if that kid didn't step up and say, suicide vest, gunner coming in. He jumps up in between them, shoots him, suicide vest blows up and kills the dude. And that guy is alive because of that. You know how hard it must have been for him to speak and to actually be able to articulate his words in this moment to the guy's parents? Bro.
Yeah, that's why they had to be written down and read. Because you just can't.
Yeah, you can't.
All right, anything else you guys take away from that video?
Chills.
War is hell, I guess.
So that was August 28th, 2013.
There's
No greater love.
Uniform. That's all I have to say.
Chinooks are badass. Dude, I've ridden on a few Chinooks in my time. A few. I've ridden on a few Chinooks in Afghanistan, and I've ridden on a Chinook here in Washington State. I rode on the oldest in operation Chinook on its last voyage. They were taking our unit on just kind of a training run, and it was that Chinook's last flight, and it was the oldest in operation Chinook before it retired. And the guy that gave the safety brief, I tell you what, if that dude didn't have a sense of humor. Because after he told us it was the oldest still in operation Chinook, and this was its last voyage, his next statement was, the fire extinguishers in the bird are for you to put out your buddies if they're on fire, because if the Chinook catches on fire, it'll burn too hot and too fast, and the fire extinguishers won't do any good. And we're like, what? Thanks,
hell you say?
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. For all your insight and wisdom, we thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious. Let me see here. Remember I gone down and told you guys I was going to show you a picture of my truck, because August 18th, 2009 was the first time I got blown up, but not the last. And this was my truck. This was my seat right here. I was the TC, so I was in the passenger seat. There was other things that were supposed to be along the bottom there. There we go. So the trucks don't normally look like that, but it was about 250 pounds of explosives that went off underneath of us, and that's why the front, where the engine and the front axle got removed from the hull of the truck and kicked us up like that and leaned us against a tree, or else the entire truck would have fallen on its side. And as soon as the dust cleared, we started getting shot at from the right side of the photo. So for me sitting in the passenger seat, it felt like I was getting shot at from my ass, because I'm sitting up there with my ass sideways, and we get shot at from that direction. And so our dismount team went and chased off those people, and then they finally pulled us out of the truck. But I promised you guys I was going to try to find you a picture of my truck the first time I got blown up, and that was August 18th, 2009. And that was a wild ride right there. There you go.
Well, we're glad it did its job and you got to come home.
All right, so the last Medal of Honor recipient, before we start getting into current military news and stuff, I've got one more Medal of Honor recipient with some fun takeaways, some back and forths that we're gonna get into, and it's gonna be silly, but it's I think this video is like 5 minutes, so it's probably the longest video of the night. I've kept them pretty short tonight.
See, this is the thing that when I was a kid, we throw the bottles of sulfuric acid on Russian soldiers too.
Oh yeah,
because they was occupying Czechoslovakia.
Right.
So, you know, it's I don't know what to tell you, but you know, when you are not welcome in a country where whatever you telling that we're gonna bring a democracy, fuck you.
Yeah.
We want to live our lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. There was those bottles, like 38% of sulfuric acid for the car batteries, and we throw on them cars. So fuck off.
Yeah, right. They're bad guys. I don't care about their feelings. Right.
Anybody that's been downrange will tell you that normally you go to contact. You mentally prepare yourself, you leave the wire, and you go on a mission. Well, we were on what would be considered a relatively safe location on a fob. I mean, you're kind of de-kitted, relaxed. So it's hard to turn your brain from I'm just on a fob to we're now in a gunfight.
We heard a loud explosion. Initially, we thought that the building we were in had been hit directly by indirect fires.
Enemy insurgents detonated what was later determined to be a 20,000-pound vehicle-borne IED at the perimeter creating a 60-foot wide hole in our fence.
Also around that
Hold
time,
on.
we started-
He said 20,000 pound.
Yes.
Yep.
So they took like a garbage truck or some other big
Or a
truck because
tanker or something, yeah.
right. That's a lot of boom boom. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
For those of you not
Especially to get us
a
to get a
stick of
60-foot wide crater.
yeah. A stick of dynamite is 1 pound. 1 pound, 1 stick dynamite. So 20,000 pounds of explosives. That's excessive.
A large amount of small arms pick up from different sides of the camp. And at that point, I ran and put my equipment on and grabbed my rifle.
Within less than 30 seconds of the VBID being detonated, Earl jumped into a vehicle with 2 other individuals and raced to the scene, essentially to provide any kind of aid, security, first aid. They had placed the vehicle between 2 other special operators as cover. So Earl, being in the back seat, jumped out of the vehicle, exited it. His rifle got caught on the door. The individual still attempting to engage them.
I figured that they probably had us. So the only thing I could think to do was pull my pistol and close the distance and maybe get a few of them and give Nate and Drew time to figure something else out. I don't know how I didn't get hit. Rounds came through the door and window and hit Nate and hit Drew Busick. I just got lucky, I guess.
Our troops started taking rocket fire, recoilless rifle fire, and small arms fire. While the driver of their truck maneuvered into the line of enemy fire to shield injured members of their team outside the vehicle, the staff sergeant exited the vehicle and used his own body to shield the driver. He left whatever cover the truck provided him and began to engage the invaders. Outnumbered with no regard for his own safety, at times armed with only a pistol, Staff Sergeant Plumley attacked the insurgent forces, taking them on one by one. And time and again, bullets flew by, sometimes only inches away. And time and again, Staff Sergeant Plumley closed with the enemy. On multiple occasions during the fight, the insurgents detonated their vest right in front of Plumley, at one point hurling him into a wall and injuring his back.
At some point, he saw a wounded American soldier, Staff Sergeant Hollis, and he went over, put 2 tourniquets on him, took him over, and got him exfilled.
Well, I knew that if we didn't eliminate them as rapidly as possible, it was going to be a mess. If they started running all the way through the camp, and what we understand about their plan, it would have been a nightmare scenario.
At a critical moment when they were engaging the insurgents, one of them ran into an empty bunker near the airfield and he detonated his vest, which clearly demonstrated what their intent was. So Earl and the other brave special operators that day were able to not only stop them short of that catastrophic turn, but also neutralize that threat. And I think that all of those guys deserve definitely accolades, but above all, Earl has epitomized that which we all strive to be.
Staff Sergeant Earl D. Plumley's extraordinary heroism and devotion to duty are keeping with the finest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, the Special Forces Regiment, and the United States Army. Signed, Joseph R. Biden, the President of the United States.
Having a fairly significant amount of hero worship for the recipients before me to kind of join their ranks is overwhelming and completely humbling. To me, I'll be kind of honoring every member of the Special Forces Regiment. I think it's an uncommon award for Green Berets to be able to earn just by the nature of who we work with and where we work. If you do something heroic, the Afghan local police. Nobody ever hears about it. And I know, countless stories from all my peers, and to be able to have that medal for all those guys, I think is what it makes me most proud.
So the last part that he said is very true. When it comes to that level of operator, like Green Berets, to be awarded the Medal of Honor and it not be posthumously, like you didn't give your life to get awarded it, is very rare, because it's like at that level you're almost expected to do that level of stuff.
He called it luck. I call it divine providence.
Right. But when you think about that, the story of what happened, is anybody willing to kind of summarize what happened?
What I was thinking, how many special operator, like you said, Medal of Honor recipients, it's posthumously, but even of those who came out, they are at least wounded. This guy did not even get hit is a miracle.
I think he decided that if I don't step up and do this, we're all going to die.
Yeah.
Well, he figured he was going to go take out as many guys as he could so his other guys could get out, and it kind of ended up the opposite. Just crazy.
So I was looking for this story because I saw that he was awarded the Medal of Honor for events that happened in the month of August. And while I was combing through videos to find one that I wanted to share with you guys, that was one that actually had him talking about the things that happened. But there was a couple videos that is it water time again already?
Yeah, time for water.
And so I saw a very stark contrast of videos that I screened before sharing with you guys of good AI versus bad AI in retelling a story. And I thought it was hilarious. And so I thought you guys would get a laugh out of this.
Oh, Pixar.
Before the Medal of Honor, Earl D. Plumlee was a kid from Clinton, Oklahoma, raised on a western cattle ranch. At 17, still in high school, he joined the Oklahoma Army National Guard as a rocket artilleryman. In 2000, he became a Marine, serving as a rifleman, recon Marine, and team leader across Japan, Australia, and Bahrain. In 2009, he entered the U.S. Army, earning the Green Beret as a Special Forces weapons sergeant. Then came the 28th of August 2013, Fob Ghazni, Afghanistan. A massive blast ripped open the wall, and 10 insurgents stormed through. Plumlee rushed toward the breach, shielded his driver, advanced under fire with only a pistol, and kept fighting after an explosion threw him into a wall. He rescued a wounded soldier and helped clear the threat. On the 16th of December 2021, President Joe Biden presented him the Medal of Honor. Today, Plumlee continues serving through advocacy,
God, that's awful.
Yep.
This stuff reminds me. I don't even want to say it.
It was all over the place to where every time they started a new sentence, the face changed, the uniform changed, and it was constantly just random like skeet shoot nonsense, like pull.
Think
I like how
about it.
that 1911 turned into a rifle.
It's all about the transparency and the truth, and now they making shit show.
Yeah, that was definitely a shit show.
I have nothing on my head. Then I'm wearing a beret into battle.
Yeah, that was absolutely nonsense and just silly. So that was my example of one of the things that AI gives me of stories to share with you guys. And there's what?
Are we just leaving out that he had like a 300 millimeter round in Oklahoma?
Yeah, and he was a rocket artillery guy. When I'm like,
yes.
You don't put rockets on you do
out
not
there in the
rockets.
pasture.
Yeah, rockets do not go in artillery guns. I'm just saying that's two totally different things.
Allegedly.
But the second one of AI making a short and quick version of that story.
Combat Outpost Ghazni, Afghanistan, August 28, 2013. The Taliban blew a hole in the wall and sent in 10 suicide bombers, 10 attackers, one Special Forces Sergeant, Earl D. Plumley. He didn't run away from the blast. He drove toward it, jumped out with just a pistol, charged across open ground, shot the first bomber at 15 meters, engaged a second, then a third, while suicide vests were cooking off around him. A vest detonated just yards away. He kept moving, kept shooting, then dragged a dying American to cover while still under fire. Battle math? 1 man wounded, 10 terrorists erased, 0 retreat, and for that, he was awarded the Medal of Honor. Follow for more real American.
Right, so
that was better.
That was so much better.
Clear contrast between one crazy AI and a more directed AI.
But still stock military footage.
Yeah. But I thought that was a fun side-by-side comparison of the kind of videos that I screen before presenting them to you guys on these nights.
Well, yeah, it wasn't Pixar animation. This was actual photos that they were using.
Yeah, I love the Pixar reference. That's hilarious.
That just shows you how much
Clint,
work you do scanning through all the crap to get the epic stuff that you present to us.
And thank you, Dennis. Yeah.
Clinton, Oklahoma is known for 2 things then. The Medal of Honor
Weirs and steers.
And blue and gold breakfast sausage.
And blue and gold breakfast sausage.
It's sold at all the FFA students all across the state. And it's highly sought after.
What's everybody drinking?
I'm still drinking the Board Shack Bourbon. This is a 6-year-old MGP pick. And so if you guys have any like an MGP single barrel pick, you'll be right in line with me here.
Yeah.
I've had too much to be drinking anything good, so I'm
all right, so
I went back to the Soldier.
I'm sorry.
I went back to the Soldier Valley and I got a little bit poured up of the Cold Zero also.
Oh, nice. Soldier Valley and Cold
It's
Zero.
my favorite rye. What can I say?
Staying with the veteran theme.
I was going to say, you play that like a guitar, but it looks like a very curvy woman to me.
Yeah, this is 6th Street.
Nice. And Ernest, you had Old Forester 100?
Yeah, I've had quite a bit of drink today, so I was like, let me drink something that it's
this Larrikin bottle I got the other day is owned by Australian veteran.
Yep, and I had a great interview with Greg from Larrikin, one of the only veterans who served in 2 different countries, militaries that I've spoken with.
What everybody did today.
What's that?
If I can ask, what everybody did today on Saturday?
Sleep.
Yeah, sleep.
I
had a big party.
Yeah, cleaned out my bunny cages and hung out with the wife and got ready to do this stream with you guys.
Good.
I make dinner. I make dinner and watch my grandson.
Nice.
I found out that my friend's son, who was a U.S. Navy officer, new U.S. Navy enlisted, passed away.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what I did, I went to Jewel because they had a sale for the pickles, and I bought it. It says 10 for $1, so I bought 50 pickles, and what I did, I ferment my pickles. I want to show you what I did.
Not now, Valiant. Not now.
So what I did my pickle jar, and I fermenting my pickles.
Nice. I like making my own pickles too. But we're gonna come back to
my food. I ferment my cabbage. I fermenting my carrots. I like fermenting stuff because it says probiotics for my. Whenever I have a hangover, I eat some fermented food.
It's
absolutely
not really.
So hey, cheers! All you guys that are here, hanging out, drinking whiskey together, pants optional. You know, enjoying the conversation and the stories. Appreciate all you guys being here.
You know, Mark, one thing that goes unnoticed about August is the Balkans.
The Balkans, okay.
Yeah. Well, essentially, we were whored out to the UN.
Right.
So my first time in Bosnia in 1992 is when the essentially concentration camps were found. Milosevic.
Yeah.
Right after my 22nd birthday.
Milosevic.
Yeah.
But can you imagine when Madeleine Albright said that we gonna do a humanitarian bombing of Yugoslavia? Humanitarian bombing. What the fuck?
I have no idea what that means.
That humanitarian bombing. Yeah, that's a valid point. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah. And then in 1995, I was back again in August.
And then President Clinton said that we need to build the biggest American military base in the Balkans. So that's what we did. We did humanitarian bombing, and we built the fourth biggest military station in Europe, in Kosovo.
Can we let Ernest finish his point?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so Clinton, the great diplomat that he was, somehow forged a agreement between Bosnia and Croatia to join forces and go against the Serbs, and that was really the turning point of ending the whole conflict. So that was August 1995.
Interesting.
Very.
Yeah. I thank you for sharing, Ernest. Well, so we wrapped up August history in military history for the month of August. We're going to move on to current events, current news. And so first thing right off the bat, like I do always every month, is I got to look up how many service members are currently deployed. And it says that approximately 174,400 active duty troops are deployed across 178 countries. But there's also a Department of Defense civilians, National Guard, reserve members. And so the real number is actually 221,600. And one of those is our dear friend, Independent Joe's daughter, that is currently deployed, along with many other people that are family members or other people that we might know of that are currently deployed. If anybody has any situation reports or things that you can share that's not violating any operational security type things. If anybody
Where's Joe? Where's Joe's daughter deployed now?
She's deployed overseas, but
okay, so
yeah,
we're not going to say exactly where.
Right.
Colleagues of my son, Jeff and Aaron, they are deployed in Poland by Belarus border since 2026.
Wait, so 2 of your sons are deployed into Poland right now?
Colleagues from UFI, from University of Illinois.
Okay.
And Aaron, they are on the Belarus border.
Yeah.
Because they said that the Rusk is gonna attack Poland first.
When I joined the Army in '87, we had 750 active Army in the going. Yeah. Jordan is a pretty popular spot. Poland is a popular spot deployed because it's a good staging area to be ready to convoy out or ship out to other places in the Eastern Middle East. And
in Poland, we're very much protected as far as a forward operating.
You guys have to understand that the Poland is like I would say a 52nd state of United States because
we are constantly there.
It is.
No, they allow less immigration than we do.
Yep.
Since they allow none.
But with the history, because the Poles, they got a bad name like Polacks. The Polacks, it's from the 1900 because Poles came as immigrants to United States and they were they mainly work in the mines and when the strikes came, the Poles they keep working and the people from Americans they said that they were against the Poles because Poles keep working during the strikes, like union strikes, these strikes, and that's how they got the name of Polacks.
Right. Drink water. Thank you, Eric.
Yep.
Okay. Drinking more water. So I did a quick Google search of current military news. President Trump. So conflicts with Iran. Also more conflicts with Iran.
So is he extending the deadline again? Is this what we're talking about?
Yep, pretty much.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, short answer, yes.
Keep playing the game.
Kuwait Defense Forces shot down Iranian drones. So conflicts with Iran, more, yes.
I know who put those in.
Lockheed Martin, yes, more stuff. Destroyed counts in the region. Budget updates.
Yep, Pentagon's still in the hole.
Let's go to
Pentagon hasn't passed an audit in a decade.
So I don't see it up here, but a very, very big thing.
What I love about our whiskey community, it's a Slovak saying that when I was living in a village of Figa and we had a bar, so we got drunk and we tried to solve the world problem. So this is for me, this is the thing that few guys get together drinking whiskey and try to solve our world problems. Cheers to everyone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Lux can drink. My girlfriend's about 115, and she can almost drink me under the table.
But tomorrow morning there will be a consequences of tonight drinking.
That's saying a lot, Ernest.
Fuck, I
Isn't
cannot. If I have to go to a communion in a morning mass, I don't think I'm gonna go because it's gonna be bread. My breathing odor will be so fucked up.
All right, so one of the biggest things across social media and just within the Army itself is that there's a new height and weight ratio type standard that took place last month, and so this month it's like a standard that all command teams in every unit across the Army has to implement. Is that it no longer matters how much you weigh, and by the old height and weight standards, what soldiers used to do, go away, is that you would go up and they would measure how tall you were, and then they would check your weight. You'd get on the scale and you would weigh in, and if your height to weight ratio was above what they considered normal, you had to get measured, right? And so your neck and your waist, and with females, their hips, because their algorithms and whatnot, they could calculate your body fat percentage, right? And so if you were below a certain body fat percentage, you were considered acceptable. Now, the new standard that just took place last month that's been going crazy on social media is that it does not matter anymore how much you weigh. Also, a huge change is that if you got over 90 points in each event on the PT test, so you're basically maxing the physical test, it didn't matter how much you weighed. Mm-hmm. If you could score above 90 points in all 5 events, it didn't matter how fat you were. They considered you to be physically adequate for the job because you could score over 90 points in each event. As of last month, that's no longer a thing. It doesn't matter if you get 500 out of 500 points on the PT test. If your height to waist ratio determines that you look fat, you're out.
Mark, is that the Army only or all branches of the military?
From what I'm tracking, it's Army. I don't know of what the Marines and the Navy and the Air Force and Space Force, Coast Guard. I don't know what they're doing right now. Well, I only know what's coming down our chain in the Army. And so the way you figure this out, gentlemen, is measure yourself in inches. I'm 71 inches tall, right? And so 71 inches. Now you take a measuring tape around my belly button, about 36 inches, okay? And so you divide the 36 by the 71, you'll come up with, I'm like 0.53 or something like that, right? If you are above 0.55, now that's in Army doctrine that shows here, if you are above 0.55, which means your circumference around your stomach is more than 0.55 of your height, you have 6 months to fix it or you are kicked out of the Army.
That's going to eliminate the command staff.
All right, right?
So they've gone to this from the BMI.
Yes, they went away from the body mass index. They went away from the if you can max your PT test, you're good to go. They went away from the body fat percentage. They went away from all that. It went to if you look fat, you're out.
Well, I mean, the BMI even was not very advantageous
Well, hang on,
for those of us had an endomorph body type.
Yeah, hang on, though. Mark, you said you were tracking that it was just Army. If you read there, it says in that article, the Army just adopted a waist-height ratio following the Marine Corps lead earlier this year. So Marine Corps is doing the same thing.
Yep. Yeah, you're right, Ben. Good call out.
I can see the Marine Corps doing that.
Ah, shit, we got ourselves a reader.
Hell, I'm wider than I am tall anymore.
They're avoiding a Gomer Pyle situation.
Yep. So that's a big thing.
Holy!
As long as I've been in the Army, so I joined the Army in 2006. I told you guys I'm in my 19th year, and as long as I've been in, if you could max out your PT test, it didn't matter how much you measured on the height, the fat scale, nothing. If you could max your PT test, you were good to go. And that, for the last 19 years, has been a standard to where if you max your PT test, it didn't matter how fat you were because you could do the job.
Now,
as of last month, that's no longer a thing.
Back in the 90s, you might get tagged, because, like I said, it was not very advantageous for endomorph body types.
Yeah.
But if you excelled in the PT test, then they're like, oh, okay.
But who's to say somebody bigger can't get to do the job better than somebody smaller?
Right. Well,
but it depends. It depends.
So the muscle mass thing. So my 4th deployment to Afghanistan, I was a squad leader, and it seemed like I had a whole team of 4 or 5 guys that were just gym rats. They were just muscle heads. They were in the gym every freaking day. And so when it came time to do height and weight, they always had to get measured because for their height, they weighed more than the Army said that they should weigh. And so they had to get measured across their belly and across their neck. If they had a skinny neck, the Army said their body fat percentage was too high. And so they would do like shoulder shrugs and all kinds of shit to try to get their neck thickness up to where their waist and their neck went into that algorithm thing that whatever the Army thing was to say that your body fat percentage wasn't too high. But these guys were freaking gym rats, dude. They were just swole dudes that if they weren't tall,
if you were a certain body type, you pretty much had to.
Right.
If they're off those measurements.
If like Ranger's saying, if you're a certain body type, you get taped every single time.
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah.
So, Mark, I think what you're trying to say is that with these guys being gym rats, it was muscle mass, not fat.
Right. Yeah. They weighed too heavy for their height because of the muscle mass, and so that's why
they were bulked up. Yes.
That's why they would measure the waist and the neck.
Yep.
Yeah. And so now, as of last month, that's no longer a thing.
Damn, that's going to be.
Yep.
Are they trying to eliminate people?
And so when it comes to current military news, you guys see that there's still lots of issues going on in the Middle East. You guys know stuff's going on with Iran. There's lots of people deployed, over 200,000 just in the U.S., not other countries. There's a lot of coalition forces, other countries, lots of people other deployed, but just out of U.S. service members, over 200,000 deployed currently overseas. And there's lots of stuff going on across the world. But when it comes down to your foxhole, you got to worry about the new stuff coming out, like the new height and weight ratio type things going on. So lots going on with current military news. Does anybody else have any other current military news stuff that they want to bring up before we move on?
What I wanted to say that I have 4 sons, and my sons doesn't understand that they are property of United States, because when the mobilization is gonna come, they have to go and serve, and they have to gonna lose them life in a meat grinder, as I call it.
Right, the meat grinder. Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody else have anything that they want to bring out before we close out the poll, spin the wheel, and close out with taps?
Just keep the Austin family in your prayers, please.
Keep positive, and hopefully there is going to be a solution, diplomatic solution.
Absolutely. There's always better choices. If we can be smarter than not only AI, but smarter than other things going on. So everybody that's here, everybody watching now, everybody watching this live, type in the chat that you are present for formation in any way that you want. Say Roger up, say present for duty, anything you want to say. I'm going to throw your name on the wheel to send you a little sample of the veteran-owned whiskey of the month. I've got Dennis, I've got Orlando, I've got Neo, I've got I got to get Eric.
Here, sir.
Ernest, sorry.
Aye,
Ernest, Eric. Bourbon is in the house. Valent, where are you at, Valent?
Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, so I can send you something. Okay, if you were overseas, I wouldn't be able to send you over there. Dennis is on the wheel. Present for Dooney. Don is in the house. Let me share the screen so you guys can trust but verify. Check my work. I'm an NCO. I'm all about being clear and transparent. Straight stalwart. Rangers. Rogers, you're on here. Present and accounted for. Uncle Larry is in the house, though. Good to see you, Brian.
I agree with what Rangers comment about expect more than 500,000 deployed.
James Morgan, still across the pond. I can't see anything.
Beans on toast.
Beans on toast. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a few more seconds to call out if anybody is here watching right now that does not see their name on the wheel. Let me know. I've been drinking for a while now, so I don't have any hesitation. Correct me when I'm wrong.
I'm sure Joe's still here.
Mark, your night is still young.
Yeah, Roger.
You have no idea about how much has been drunk today.
All right, so winner of this spin around is going to get a sample of this veteran-owned whiskey of the month, and if I have an extra T-shirt from them, I will send you that as well. I do not hear anything. Do not hear anything. Do not hear anything. Let's spin the wheel. Bourbon, you've already got a T-shirt and a sample.
Yeah, no, pass it along. Pass it along. I am sure if I want to try it, you'll let me try it.
And Rogers.
There you go. Goes to the Rangers.
Awesome.
Yeah, there we go.
Rogers Rangers. Hey, send me an email at northwestbourbon@gmail.com. northwestbourbon@gmail.com. Send me an email. Give me your contact info. Give me your address. I will send you a sample of this veteran-owned whiskey of the month as also a T-shirt, my friend.
Yep.
Good shit.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, Rogers.
Yep.
Good stuff. All right, so we are going to close out the poll. I want to close out the poll before we close out the
I think we got a happy boy in chat.
Holy crap. It's been a while since the Army has not won the poll. This is the first time in months the Army has not won. We are looking at 37% Navy Marines. Good job representing Navy Marines.
Yeah!
Good job. You guys won. You guys represented the strongest tonight. In a second place, Army Coast Guard 27%, Air Force, Space Force right behind them at 23%, and other countries' military at 13%. Great job representing
Mark,
all
can
the categories.
Can I say I think they won tonight for Danny.
Dude, big time. Very cool. Very cool poll tonight. Good job, guys. And that's a hula.
Respect
right
to everybody who served.
That's a big old hula. And with that, before we close out, we are going to see. Can I bring this back up? Yes, I can. So we honored the fallen. Remember the fallen. Rest in peace. Until Valhalla, lest we forget. We remembered the fallen tonight. All the way back from over a decade ago until this very morning. This was a very near and dear to my heart. Remember the fallen today. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys being here with me and honoring the fallen, raising a glass to those who are no longer here with us. Appreciate you guys, and I'm glad I figured out this banner thing. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, nice to have you.
And the veteran-owned whiskey of the month, Tactical Spirits, already talked about that. Any other AAR type comments? Things we could do better, things we could do differently? So we're going to do this again next month because we do this on the first Saturday of the month every month. So next month, what should we do the same? What should we do differently? Anybody feel free
to... I'll continue to bring up, because throughout the 90s, we got whored out to the UN. So there's a lot of things that are not considered U.S. military actions, but we were there.
Yeah. Like one of my first platoon sergeants was telling me about how he was in Bosnia in the 90s, and there was artillery shells going through fucking apartment buildings and stuff. Well, he was a U.S. soldier seeing, like, people getting freaking slaughtered while they were just at home in Bosnia, and, like, I never hear anything about that. Yeah, solid point, Ernest. Like, there's a lot of crazy stuff that went on. It's
that specifically that region during the 90s.
Yeah,
was like completely off the books.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, I know a kid grew up in our neighborhood. He told me he was in, I believe it was Yugoslavia or whatever, in the army, and they had weapons with no ammunition. They were peacekeeping, and they had no ammo. That's what he told me.
Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, it's all former Yugoslavia.
Crazy.
Mark, I'll say something unpopular.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all for technology and I'm all for moving forward. I miss the realism of the whiteboard.
You missed the whiteboard. Okay. I was trying to move forward with today's technology.
I think we need like a digital. I think you need like a digital whiteboard.
Digital whiteboard.
We need to figure out a way to like overlay it. You know.
So did you not think the banner on the bottom was pretty much that?
No, it just made Eric look like Mr. Wilson.
No, I think it was so cool that you literally, like when you honored the fall, or you wrote something.
Yeah, I can only see Eric from here up.
We're not missing anything.
It's just that you wrote. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. So Ben, you were talking about there's like there's a physical connection.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
and so maybe if instead of doing the bottom banner next month, if I throw up the whiteboard and just have it be the names of the fallen.
Well, Mark, you could also do it not as banners, but you can do it like the videos and just put everybody to the side and show the board.
Then he needs another camera and a whole nother setup.
Bring back the whiteboard. I'm all about.
Well, I mean, you can also do it digitally.
Yeah. Okay. No. So point taken. Point heard. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a thing that I've talked to you about before, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
That I feel the absence of it, and so I was trying to see if the digital banner could replicate it in a way that was satisfying. You know.
Just felt like someone was missing.
I don't think
it was Eric.
I don't know. It's just that physical connection.
Can I say something?
Probably because we're old, but yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, I was at the Boomtown. I don't know if you guys know Boomtown. It's in Nevada, like couple miles west from Reno. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. It was almost like 11 o'clock in the East Coast, 2001. And
was this after action?
Okay, so back to what we did this month on the live stream, and anything we need to improve on or things that we should maintain. Like, do you guys like the banner above that's constantly telling you what the veteran whiskey of the month is?
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys like that?
Yeah, that's good.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yep.
That'll really cut anybody off, except for you.
Okay.
I suggestion, but I'll save it for the backstage.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. For this in Orlando and Ennis are not cut off.
Yeah, no, you're good. So the last thing that we do every month, we close out with taps. But before we close out with taps, I just want to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you're drinking more water than you drink whiskey. And when you drink whiskey, make sure to give a nod to veteran-owned whiskeys, because there's a lot of veteran-owned whiskeys out there. Tonight was the 40th episode of the Veterans Whiskey Club live stream, so I have shared with you 40 bottles of veteran-owned whiskey so far, and I've still got more to share with you guys. So make sure you tune in next month. Make sure you let all the veterans that you know in your circle of friends to come here and learn more about some veteran-owned whiskeys. And we are going to play taps on the way out. This is one of my favorite ones where they are playing in Arlington when it is snowing. Great video.
Perfect for August.
If any of you guys have the intestinal fortitude to hang out for some conversation that's uncut, unfiltered in the backstage, if you're watching us live, join us now. If you're not watching us live, make sure you click on the video description to where you can check out the Warriors and Whiskey Instagram, their website. Check out Tactical Spirits website and their Instagram. Check out the interview that I had with Eric from Tactical Spirits, and look at all the other links that I have in the video description that's already ready for you. Already.
Mark, before taps, can we call out the soldiers that fell this in July since the last veteran live stream, the ones that were killed overseas?
That's a good idea, Bo.
I was reminded of it by a gorgeous gentleman, and I just felt like their names should be said.
I think there was 180 of them, 160 of them.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the two that were named that were killed on base.
I don't have that information in front of me.
I got it. I'm texting it to you right now.
No, if you can share it, then I can just show it.
The girl went to your school?
Yes, the girl was from Trinidad.
No, I think that's a great idea. Because there were multiple service members that passed away. There was strikes on U.S.
Jordan.
military base. Was that in Jordan? Was that in Jordan?
Yeah, that was Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you,
I sent it to you, or
yeah, when you text it to me, I can't show your text because my phone is not.
Well, it's only on my phone too,
Well,
but I can read it, or you can read it.
Yeah,
it's so strange because like 4 months ago, like in back.
As long as we know the names.
March,
Oh, okay. So
February, I was in a university hospital, and there was so many soldiers in an elevator from Jordan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're good. You're good. So, all of you guys, please raise a glass to First Lieutenant Tyler James Freehan. He's 25 from Hawaii, serving in Air Defense Artillery. Passed away Saturday, July 18th. And Isabella Gonzalez, she was 19 years old. 19 from Carrollton, Texas. Lieutenant Freehan and Private Gonzalez passed away on July 17th and July 18th. Serving their country, being stationed abroad in Jordan, to where they might have felt that they were not in harm's way, but given the current position in our world right now, they are no longer with us. And so we raise a glass to them, and prayers go out to their families grieving in this time, lest we forget. Until Valhalla. Cheers.
Cheers.
Sorry for that. Prior to everything that happened today, that had been in my head to remind you of, but
yeah. No. I thank you guys for bringing that up, because that hit when I saw that news came out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I felt it was very significant, and I was drawn to it, but I neglected to bring it up early tonight. So I appreciate you guys being here. That's another reason why I just freaking love you guys in this community.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you want to join in the backstage, you're more than welcome to. We're closing out with taps. Good night. Thank you for voting in the poll. Thank you guys for being here. And we will see you guys again next month.
Here's everybody.